Imagine having in-laws build on your property. Like, what? I mean, I guess it's not really your property. They allowed you to buy an acre on their land, but still, the audacity, the intrusiveness. I mean, who are these people to actually follow through with this plan? How dare they? I'm not having it. I'm cutting them off. So no more contact for me. I can't handle in-laws like this. I'm going to make sure my 3 sons, who are very close to their grandparents, see them very little now. Like, they don't get to see these kids anymore. Like, how dare they build on their land? And I'm going to make it really uncomfortable for my husband so he knows which side to choose. This is happening for a couple of grandparents, and they're just devastated. They thought they had done so much good pouring into this family, helping their son start out. You don't have a lot of money, so they sold a farmhouse, outbuildings, and an acre of land on this 20 acres for them to start a family. I mean, 3 boys out in the country. I mean, how cool is that? And they did all these generous things. They thought they had a really good relationship, showed up all the sporting events whenever they're invited. They have their own life too. They're not like too involved. But when they went out to share the great news that they were finally at the place of retiring, they were met with very upset people, including their son. Their son was upset. The daughter-in-law was furious. Like, how dare we? Like, what? This was the plan from the get-go. This is our land. What are you talking about? And you guys, when this couple went out to say, like, hey, we get to finally build our small little house on our land, like, we're so excited, they went out of their way to make sure they picked the furthest corner away from this family to respect their privacy. They really thought a lot about it. And when they got all this pushback, like, you can't do this, they were like, well, we're not out here to get your permission. We didn't think this was going to go. They didn't know how to react. They went ahead with the build. They're out there living. And what a nightmare now. Like, the daughter-in-law will not talk to him, complete no contact. They have very little contact with their son, who is a very sweet man, but he's caught in the middle. And also very little contact now with these 3 grandchildren who they have been close to up until this point. Though I will tell you, this isn't the first time that the daughter-in-law has estranged 100%. So back a handful of years, they were watching the boys at their house, and one of the boys ate something out of the garden, which we all do, right? It's like, that's just like nostalgic memories. Got an upset tummy, went home, and the daughter-in-law accused the grandma of purposely poisoning the child, because I guess what he ate out of the garden is considered poisonous, even though it's totally not, you guys. I'm just telling you. I'm not going to give the detail just for anonymity. It's considered poisonous in her culture. And so she accused the grandma of poisoning and cut her off there. And they finally, got back on goodish terms with her there. And now this whole move has erupted. So grandma and grandpa, they're feeling a little they're not a little, they're very devastated. They're lost. They said no matter how many times we try to, have a conversation, we just run into a brick wall. We don't know what else to do. Okay, my insight, first of all, when I read your letter, my stomach hurt. With the level of entitlement, I mean, this is just awful. You just imagine, you guys, having parents allow you to start off your family, 3 boys in the country, that would just be incredible. And then give you a price well under market value just so that you can start off and you're not just weighed down with all that debt. I mean, so generous. You guys were so generous. And it sounds like you're super healthy, happy, amazing grandparents showing up at all the games that you're invited to, birthday parties, holidays, but yet you have your own life. You have clubs you're involved in, volunteering, friend groups. You sound like extremely well-balanced, reasonable people with dealing with kind of a wave of entitlement. That's how I see this. And it's sad that it went down this way. It really is, because it shouldn't have. So if I were, I'm just going to lay this out. If I were your son and I had a partner, let's say my husband is this is too intrusive. We can't handle this. I can't handle your parents actually following through and building on their land, following through on their plan. I would say, okay, babe, no problem. Before they build, I got to let them know that we're going to probably have to move because this is their land and hopefully they'll buy the house back from us. That's what I would have been focusing on is if my partner was going to be so uncomfortable with this or even myself, I would be communicating with you right away. We're going to have to sell this back to you because we're going to have to find a different place because we thought it would be okay, but now that it's actually here, we're not, and we want to preserve the relationship. That was not their intention. They wanted to kind of control your decision. They were not able to do that, and now it's almost like the daughter-in-law is pouting because she didn't get her way. So now what would I do? I would continue to enjoy the limited contact that you do get with your son and your 3 grandsons. So continue to do that. When you see your son, always be asking about your daughter-in-law. So just things that she would be doing during the season, like, oh, is she, getting her room ready for a holiday or getting her, just ask questions to show him just because this is happening, our love didn't stop for her. We care for her. And whenever we reunite, everything is going to be back to normal. Like our love didn't end because she has cut us off. And this will also help keep him soft just in case it's kind of hard on the on the inside of his walls at home. If she's going hard on you, it just helps keep him his heart soft towards you because whenever he's around you, you're asking about her. You want to know, and it's just casual. You're not saying I'm showing you I care about her. You're just saying what's going on with her these days? Or isn't this the time when she does this? Just keep allowing him to see that you still love his wife. That's what I would say. And you said no matter how far we try to get in conversation, we hit a brick wall. What I would tell my son, and I would say, no pressure on timing. This would be whenever you guys are ready. If it might help, since we keep hitting a brick wall, we would be more than happy when you're ready to pay for a neutral third party, aka a licensed therapist, to be a mediator to try to help move us out of this. So try to help us all see from each other's perspectives and understand each other and just help us heal through this. We'll foot the bill whenever you're ready if that's something you want to do. So I would throw that out there, and then I would lean on the hope that we've done this before. At one point, she was accusing me of poisoning my grandson, and she came back around. So hopefully, and sometimes life has a way of helping this come back around where maybe they need help one time with the boys and it kind of loosens up there, or maybe just something happens and she realizes having you there isn't actually intrusive at all. You guys are very, self-sufficient. You don't need them. You're not intruding on their time, space, whatever. I would be hopeful that she will loosen up, the chill will go off, and it will work itself out. So those are the things I would focus on. Enjoying the time I do get with my son and my 3 grandsons, letting my son know if and when they're ever ready, you're happy to foot the bill for a a family therapist, just to help you guys move through that brick wall. Always be asking and just being oh, so what's she up to? Blah, blah, blah. Making sure he knows you still very much love and care about his wife. And then I would be leaning on hope that this will work out because it did, again, when she accused you of poisoning her child and estranged from you a few years ago. Again, I'm so sorry. I hate the level of entitlement here. You guys did nothing wrong. And I truly have a feeling this will work out. Thank you so much for reaching out, and I know the community will take really good care of you guys.